Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new actual play series, Demigods, the Shears of Fate. I'm your host, Ibrahim. I use he, him pronouns. But it's not just about me, it's about these wonderful, wonderful performers. Let's kick it off. Give us your character's name and your name. Let's start over with Aki.
Hi, I'm Aki, or Kino if you're feeling fancy. My pronouns are she, her, and today I'll be playing Jade who uses any pronouns.
Let's go over to the purple light. Not purple hair, purple light.
Okay. First of all, this is blue.
Okay.
Second of all,
It's a little purpley.
I think it's because it's like reflecting off like the white walls. That's
That is
making
how
it
refraction
purple.
works. Yeah.
Don't get all sciencey on me. I didn't pass biology. Anyways, it's your boy, cleric. I use he/they pronouns. Happy to be here, and I'll be playing local sad boy, Marcos. Marcos, who uses he/him pronouns, and you'll meet him. You'll meet him.
Beautiful. Last but not
And
least.
I suppose I could take it from here. Hi everyone, I'm Dare, pronouns she, they, they, the internet's resident disaster girlfriend, and for the first time in my career as a trans woman, I am playing a Lilith. So please clap. Pronouns she, they.
You did it.
Incredible. Folks, today we're going to be playing a very special game. We're going to be playing Demigods. This is a relatively new release. I believe it did release in 2023, just a couple short months ago. Demigods is a magical realism role-playing game set in the modern day where all of the gods from every belief system exist at the same time. Simultaneously, the sun is a thing that is being carted across the stars by a god in a chariot, and also it is millions of miles away, the astronomical object. These things exist simultaneously. The cognitive dissonance be damned. And this is a game that I am very interested in. I think is very cool. And the main characters of this story are demigods, the offspring of these divine beings. We are going to start with a callback to Apocalypse World, with a series of love letters. Love letters, dating back to Apocalypse World, are a sort of narrative tool that we use to introduce people back into the story after a break or to kick a story off.
You just want me to read a love letter out loud? Oh my god. It's scandalous.
Let's start with you then. Lilith, go ahead and read your letter.
All right. Dear Lilith, things have been strange for a while. Since the binding event, you have noticed a surge in the number of wayward spirits in the city. You come across one such spirit at a bus stop, waiting for a bus and looking frustrated at the map. They turn to you and ask annoyed, "What the hell is this shit? I can't read it." Roll 2d6 judgment to see what this is really about.
Lilith, could you go ahead and describe your character? Or Dare, can you go ahead and describe your character?
But Lilith and I are one and the same at this point. That is the beauty of performance. Anyway, yeah, Lilith is a young black trans girl, generally dressed in a very like big baggy alternative style. I think she's wearing a semi-ironic hoodie saying, "Oh, don't talk to me today. I'm dead," and a like very cute, almost plush backpack. She's sort of absent-mindedly on her phone, just sort of scrolling as she approaches the bus stop, and or sort of takes a moment to notice as she realizes she is seeing someone just look confused and frustrated at a map. The difference is she's the only one who can see it.
Beautiful. The figure before you at the bus station, looking at the map on the back of the rest stop, is sort of lanky. Their curly hair kind of dropping down to their ears. Their mop of hair is sort of like quivering as they keep on shaking it and looking and tracing their fingers along the routes on the map. They're cursing to themselves. Their clothes are sort of nondescript, drab. It looks like they're wearing like a long crew neck that's been like torn and is a little bit dirty. And their shorts are similarly damaged and look very lived in.
Hey, can you hear me? And she like sort of gestures in front of the spirit.
They almost don't turn. You can see that there's like this stutter as they like keep on tracing their route on the map, and then like realize there's no one else that you could be talking to. The bus stop is empty, and they turn to look at you and say, Can you see me?"
Oh yeah, this is sort of my whole deal. What's going on though? You seem a little lost.
I don't know where I am. This I shouldn't be here. What?
Do you mean at the bus station or more metaphysically?
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I was climbing, and then I fell. But I shouldn't have. What is this?
Well, and I think if there's like a seat at the bus station, I think she sits down and almost gestures for the spirit to sit down next to her. Seems like you're going on a journey. And I promise, you may seem a little lost now, but in my experience, most people, when they get to the end of this trip, will find themselves at a lot more peace. I think you're just a little confused. If I could see the map real quick, I could maybe help you figure it out.
They sort of like move aside, and you see that the map of the city has sort of. The map of the city is quite old, but it is accurate. But I think we'll actually come back to the results of your roll now. You said you rolled a 10?
Yes.
Okay. You see that the spot on the map that they're looking for is actually, that they're looking at most intensely, is the sort of like interstate lines, the line that would take you down towards Ohio. Don't, Ohio's a perfectly legitimate state.
I just had to make the face. It's okay.
Yeah, they're actually looking to transfer to take the bus out of town. They're looking for the Greyhound that's going to leave town, and they seem to have actually missed the last stop.
I'm going to ask, especially because this is, I think, a thing I deal with I think, a degree, like a frequency. Is there a sort of stop for spirits to go on?
I think there is. I think that spirits often go to the end of the line. There's probably just a station that is at the outskirts of town where they would actually be able to transfer to a Greyhound. But that is sort of the crossroads that serves as a location for spirits.
Okay, then I think I like pull up using my like Book of the Dead, almost just like a on my phone, as sort of a like surrogate like rail system that tells me when the next like bus is arriving. And I think I see it arrives in an hour, hour and a half, or whatever. And okay, so looks like you have a while to wait, but I don't really have anything going on right now, so I don't mind waiting with you. How about you tell me some stories about climbing or anything?
I could do that. Thank you. Thank you. As you are consulting your Book of the Dead, you do see their name, Jameel Wallace, and you also see that this spirit was a demigod.
Oh, do I see anything about parentage?
You see a caduceus.
Okay. I think I wait for a while in the conversation before I like bring up anything about their parents.
Yeah, they're kind of just talking about their day and about climbing in general, and like, yeah, I was climbing up the I got up to the top of the rock and I thought I'd set an anchor and I don't know. I guess I just forgot because I didn't feel anything stop my fall, and next thing I knew well, I was here.
Well, I'm sorry that you happened to miss, but at the very least, I can offer you a hand. And oh, I almost forgot. This is the part I really need to make sure. And I like reach in my bag and I pull out 2 coins. This is bus fare, by the way. And I know the bus driver, kind of quiet, kind of grumpy, but will take good care of you.
Okay. Uh, Thanks. Where am I going? Do you... Is there a way to know if I'm going or...
I mean, and I like scroll through the app again. Judging from everything I see here, probably somewhere good. Especially considering your folks. That probably has a little bit of pull. But do you need me to send any last messages for you? Tell
I
anyone?
didn't... I didn't really have anyone. Um, I guess if you could go pick up my plant at my place. Um, I had a pothos there. It's probably dead already, but and he kind of like scrawls an address on like a spectral piece of paper. Um,
Yeah.
if you
I
could,
think I think it's probably in the Book of the Dead.
oh yeah, probably residence, sure. Um, yeah. If you could pick that up and I don't know.
I'll make sure it's taken care of. I almost forgot, and I think like as the bus pulls up, I think she offers a hand and a smile. Name's Lilith, by the way.
Pleasure. Um, Jamil, but I think you already knew that. You got a lot of info in there.
Yeah, well, it's something my dad developed, but uh, it's still nice to get to do a formal hand-to-hand introduction.
Okay. Well, to whatever comes next.
To whatever comes next.
He gets up and boards the bus. Can you describe the bus and driver to me?
I think the bus is. It looks like something that's slightly a little too old. Something that is that like if you were to see this, you're like, how is that still street legal? Like it looks like it maybe needs a few repairs, but it's also has a certain sort of coziness with it. The seats are big and I think soft. The bus driver, you don't really ever see a full face. You see like a like the standard bus driver uniform, but it's always a bit of like a I think wordless grunt. Mostly
Hmm.
whenever you try to make small talk, it's always just like as they just sort of pretty simply point to the fair, and I think I see Jamil just find a seat, and I think I wait until the bus actually takes off, and I
Yeah.
wave the entire way.
Jamil, with one hand pressed to the glass, looks back at you, and that's the last that you see of them as the bus pulls away and as it disappears around the corner. Um, yeah, as we leave that scene, with I think the dawn just barely beginning to rise. Um, yeah, it's just around coming to sunrise. You see like the first little peak of the sun over the river, and I think our camera follows over to someone who's probably been up for a couple of hours already. Um, Marcos. Camera follows the streets, following the path of the bus for a short while before diverging, and we find ourselves at the fire station. Um,
Dear Marcos, over the last few weeks since the attack on the mural, things at the fire station have been pretty quiet. Once the fire was put out and a few bruises and scrapes patched up, damage was assessed and the buildings were declared closed for the damages, but not at a risk of collapsing while repairs are complete. Meanwhile, it's starting to feel like the whole city decided to stop having accidents, and your job has consisted of a lot of waiting around, training classes, and maintenance tasks around the fire station, but no actual fire or emergency calls. The station chief has asked you to lead a class on first aid, something you normally wouldn't have to. Roll 2d6 plus awe to see how well you're able to lead the first aid class.
Cool. It's the crack of dawn at the fire station. You've probably been on shift for a little bit, but it's still sort of the start of your day, and you have an early morning first aid class. Yeah, the station is relatively quiet, with people sort of in their bunks or tending to their various tasks. Things have been disturbingly still in the city. Yeah, the class is beginning in a couple of minutes here, and you have an empty room before you with no idea how many people will show up.
Yeah, Marcos kind of like stretches, does his morning routine, and as he's like kind of getting papers ready, he looks at a window and kind of sees his reflection. And Marcos kind of has like long hair, very like all over the place, but long that he puts up in a little ponytail, enough that it stays in the back, hair that kind of comes to the side. His eyes, you can see, are kind of like very much like blue, but blue that sometimes looks like the sky and sometimes looks like the ocean, depending on his mood. His eyes are kind of like sunk. He has like lines on his face of just like tiredness. Is kind of clean shaven, but on his face is constant just different cuts and bruises. He's wearing his like EMS kind of jumpsuit as his usual fare, with the sleeves rolled up, but it's buttoned up almost to the top, so you can barely see. So people won't see that across his neck, only kind of peeking out towards his cheek, are burn scars that are there. But kind of just keeps that under, tries to keep it as hidden as possible. And is kind of just like sitting there, looked at his reflection, then kind of looks down and just like, not really dreading what's about to happen.
Yeah, the class is starting here in a couple of minutes, and people start to finally filter into the training class. There's a couple of senior citizens. There is one person in scrubs, probably a medical student, and there's also like a dog that is like sitting in the corner of the room now. Wasn't here a moment ago, but somehow in those people entering the room, the dog has taken up position in the corner.
Okay, everybody. Thank you. Marcus kind of gets up and starts, hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to this early morning class of first aid. We'll be learning the importance of CPR and assessing a situation for danger. But don't worry, the danger won't find you because DPD is here to help you. No, it's it's DFD. Wait, shit. DFD is here to help you.
The room sort of titters a little bit. The older gentleman turns away from his partner and like looks at you like, what's it? Are you sure you're the one who's supposed to teach us?
Well, Captain Ahab had to step out for a bit, and so I'll be taking over this class to help you out. Because don't worry, I am a trained professional. Haha.
You don't look like you know what you're doing, Sonny.
I mean, that's very fair, but that's why this is a classroom. It's not just for the students to learn, it's for the teacher.
That doesn't seem right.
CPR is a very important task to any first aid that you might need.
Yes, as you launch into your actually prepared materials, the class goes really well. You're able to like get everyone to compress to the beat of staying alive.
Just make sure if you know Mamma Mia, think of that. Think of Mamma Mia. Think of Meryl Streep in that Greek island. You don't want her to be...
I think of Meryl Streep every day, son.
That's not healthy. Just keep on going.
Bah, bah, bah.
Greek islands. Just think of the Greek islands.
Yeah, no, it goes really well. You're able to get everyone to meet the compression like goals, getting 2 inches deep, being sure to take breaks. You instruct them on like how to use the respirator bags and like the fact that please do not make out with the people who are passed out. That is no longer recommended.
If you see someone in danger, please use the SAD method. Seek aid, apply aid, and direct a professional to intervene. So remember, when your friend's dying, be sad.
With a few exceptions, your class is largely received pretty well. They all learn how to do appropriate CPR and first aid. So I'll go ahead and say that as far as Marcos is concerned, you're going to go through the rest of your day with a +1 to provide aid.
Let's go.
I don't know.
I have to get out of voice. I have to be like, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, no, that the class goes pretty well. As we sort of like leave the class and follow these follow like the people leaving the class talking about what was that bit about be sad when your friends are dying. Our camera sort of pans across the city towards the last member of our motley crew. Great band. The camera pans over to find Jade. Yeah, it's now well into the morning. It's no longer the ass crack of dawn. This is like normal human hours, if still a bit early in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I think Jade is just waking up, honestly. Like, she's doing her morning routine. When this... Jade's got that very fun hair texture that some Chinese people have where it doesn't curl, but it still defies gravity by just being straight up. And so, just a lot of product is used to style his hair a certain way. And by that, it's just, it's pretty edgy. But, like, borderline androgynous, I would say. Everything about Jade is a bit like clashing. When it comes to clothes, it'll be like femme, where like they'll take a long skirt, but then it's masculine because they're taking a very specific type of button-up shirt. And then it's edgy because of the colors, but it's also soft because of the colors. It's just clash. Probably not having to work today, but also probably not wanting to stay at home for too long, because if they stay at home, that means they have to help with the shop. And days off are meant to be taken off. So Jade is quickly out the door.
Okay, before Popo wakes up.
Yeah, Popo's probably awake. If we're being realistic, this is a old Asian woman. She go to sleep at like 8 p.m.
Okay, all right.
Right after dinner. like that kind of vibe. So it's like she's up, she's been awake. She's probably like just like also vibing until like shop hours start. But rather than, like I'm not gonna stay and help, I will just say I have to go. I'm gonna get like breakfast outside, like that kind of thing. Like I say hi, hello, greet her, hug her, but I am out.
Okay. She's like there's just like this really brief interaction where you're like trying to get out, and she's like, "Oh, have you eaten yet?"
Yeah, I've eaten.
Oh, I didn't see you get up, and you left your bowl on the table full of food.
Well, I mean, like I'm gonna eat when I go out
Oh,
because
you're
I gotta.
going to eat.
Yes,
Like you're
yeah.
going to help with the shop.
I don't think I can today.
Oh, busy.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah, I can help tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Well, perhaps you can eat tomorrow too, so the food doesn't go to waste.
Then I'll just eat real quick. How about that?
There you go. Gives your
Thank you.
cheek a little like pat as she goes to uh, back to her tasks. Yeah, food's good. Food's what do you have for breakfast? What's a quick, easy breakfast?
Quick, easy breakfast would definitely be. There's definitely eggs, like, it's probably Sunday side up, and honestly, that is like that sounds like a quick, easy Western breakfast. It would probably be egg on rice, like a bit of rice, or if there was any sort of pastry or bun she might have bought, like God, even today, like like it could have been a yesterday bun, could be a today bun, who knows? Either way, just that with the egg, it's kind of like it. I wouldn't say it's a heavy breakfast, but like there's multiple things that I'm gonna be eating, so just eat it real quick.
Yeah, no, the breakfast is immaculately laid out for quick eating. You're able to kind of just like absorb the entire bowl. Yeah. With that, go ahead and, if you wouldn't mind, reading your letter.
Yeah. Boo, boo, boo. Okay. Dear Jade, since the attack, you've noticed a change in the way the graffiti around town looks to you. There used to be a magical glow in certain places that seems to be missing. You don't know what it means, but you feel drawn to it, like it's calling to you. You wonder if there is a hidden message or pattern behind this change. You decide to follow the trail of graffiti, hoping to find some answers. You grab your backpack and your sketchbook and head out to the streets. Roll 2d6 plus word to investigate the strange lack of glow. Boop, boop, boo. 12.
Incredible. Nice. Okay. Let me think for a second. Yeah. On that 12, as you are investigating and following this trail of this sort of like bland looking graffiti that doesn't stand out to you at all, like it feels like almost as if some aspect similar to color but not color has been drained from it. At first, you're not really sure if there is a pattern. As you follow it, it seems to be like you could have gone in any direction and ended up here. But eventually, one does kind of begin to appear. You realize that it's not so much like a straight line that you're following, but like a spiral almost, where you're coming across additional layers as you continue to wander the streets following this path. Eventually, you come to a sort of alleyway with a dead end. There's a mural of a giant tiger that is like menacing over the mouth of the alleyway. It's one of those murals where you have to stand in a certain place to see the entire thing. Otherwise, you would only see like a piece of it, kind of like a magic eye thing. And there's just something weird about it. there's like this lack of the sort of natural magical energy that you find around town in random places. Yeah, what how does that make Jade feel? Like, what are you feeling as you're looking at this? What are your initial thoughts?
I think it's weird, like, for to see like the desaturation to the murals, because they're supposed to be like, they're supposed to be in your face, they're supposed to pop, they're supposed to kind of invoke some sort of feeling out of you. And when Jade starts looking at some of these, the ones that are like lacking that magic, Jade feels like nothing. Rather, not sad, not angry, just like nothing. Like, it feels like I'm staring at, honestly, like just like painting a fence or a wall. Like, it feels blank. It feels like it's supposed to be something, and it's it's not. But when you look at it, it is clearly something. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
so, I think Jade is taking notes in her sketchbook about
Mhm.
what they find, what they see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. As you are sort of like engaged or engrossed in taking notes in your sketchbook, trying to capture this thing that is sort of like a blank hole in the city, um, somebody comes up behind you, sort of clomping their feet as they walk up, very obviously trying to make a lot of noise. And then they stop a couple of feet behind you, sort of a respectable distance.
I will turn to look at them, since they're basically clip clopping.
Yeah. Behind you, you see a sort of short, thin woman with a choppy, ragged bob of brown hair, sunken eyes with these dull, vaguely opalescent irises, and this sickly gray complexion. She's wearing this tattered leather jacket with a wing patch that's barely visible as she is turned side on to you, sort of examining the breadth of the mural. And she's carrying a walking stick and sort of looking around at the mural with you for a moment. It's weird.
The mural, or
The mural. It's missing something.
yeah, that's what I've been thinking too.
I'm so sorry. I'm rude. We haven't met yet.
Nah.
Reaches out a hand. I'm RK.
Jade, and I like it's not a eager like handshake, because this is a stranger on the street in an alleyway, and like, anything could happen at this point. But I'm just trying to like be friendly enough where it's like, please don't stab me. I promise you, I only have $20. Like, just like like that kind of,
Yeah.
like, don't rob me, kind of thing.
I
And I'll
getcha.
shake, yeah, but I shake their hand.
The moment that your hand approaches theirs, you feel a spark of magical energy, and you realize that the person before you is not a normal mortal, and is not a demigod either. It doesn't feel as overwhelming as some of the experiences with gods that you have had. But this person is far more than mortal.
Oh.
Oh. I am not just here sightseeing. I was sent to gather you and your friends, the Woven Band. That little magical stunt you pulled in the city earlier. It's gathering some attention.
It wasn't my fault.
I'm not really the person who's going to judge that.
Okay. Did you get everybody else, or am I supposed to take you to them?
I was actually hoping that you could get them to meet me. You seemed like you were going to be the easiest to talk to.
Well, that's a first. I didn't think that I was that approachable, but okay.
Oh, you're not. It's the magic thing.
Oh, I see. I see, like a common ground, kind of weird. Yeah. Okay. And like Jay kind of just like shifts their body like to the left and to the right, like while they're like thinking of like what to do. This is very awkward, and the whole idea of like having to now like plead a case to a room full of judgmental and petulant godly beings is very like, I mean, it would make anyone nervous. So Jade just kind of shifts a little bit and then pulls out his phone, and he'll just text the group chat, because I'm pretty sure we got a group chat at the very least going on at this point.
Yeah.
And just be like, I think we're in trouble. Where are y'all? Can we meet up at the usual place, or maybe like just close to the theater?
Yeah. No, the rest of y'all get this text. It's probably
It's a wave of text. It's like
a
one
wave
sent-
of text.
Yeah, I send one by one by one. You know, like, you know, I think we're in trouble. Boop. You know, like, can we meet up? Boop. Question mark. Boop. Like just.
Jade, please text in one block. It's a lot to get this. Also, my shift ends soon. I've been on it all night, so I could probably get like a coffee or something.
I'll be there whenever you need me.
How about in an hour? Boop. I just like doing the sound effect with my mouth. Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I get off in 30, so it should be.
Perf.
KK, love you. Bye. Kissy face emoji, heart sparkle emoji, like an actual fox emoji. Just a bunch of those get sent.
Marcos will text back a picture of an ambulance and a thumbs up.
There is an ambulance emoji.
Yeah. Wait, do you a picture of an ambulance, not the ambulance emoji?
No, an actual picture of an ambulance.
Is it your ambulance?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Yeah, Arky is like following you this whole time, like just behind you as you're sending these texts, and it is like, so are we going or?
Yeah. I just they're gonna be at our usual meeting spot in like an hour, cause
We should go
one
now.
of them.
Then.
Yeah, probably. Do you want coffee or something?
No.
I'm gonna get a coffee while we wait for them.
Sure. As long as we can make this as quick as possible. I just need to. Yeah. Arky sort of like looks at you with like this look of disdain as you express your desire for coffee, but like follows.
We gotta wait an hour anyways. Like, you're gonna be waiting an hour. So I
as
might
long as
well-
they have seating.
Yeah, okay. I go to just a local cafe so
Yeah, yeah.
Arky can sit.
Okay. So you all sort of meet up near the mural or near Foxtown at a cafe, I suppose. And yeah, as you sort of arrive to the cafe, it's relatively quiet. You see that people are sort of like their eyes are like glancing over you as if they're seeing you, but you're not getting very many interactions. You all meet at the Hudson Cafe. The Hudson is a sleek, sort of modern place. It's got a lot of like weird, innovative brunch dishes, coffee bar, and this like big, cozy fireplace lounge area. It's near like the Opera House. It's near the theater, sort of in the artsy district. So there's a lot of like artsy folks in various corners, like weird people with French berets and scarves that are too big, and arts. Fuck the arts.
Yeah, that's the lesson here.
That's the lesson here. Fuck the arts. You've all sort of gotten like a booth at this cafe as Arky sips on like probably like an orange juice. As you all like came in, you noticed that the place was relatively quiet. It wasn't super full. Marcos, that dog has been following you and is now sitting. The dog is like sitting sort of like not at the table, but like a little closer to the fireplace, kind of like warming its side by the fireplace.
Weird.
Arky sort of like looks at you all and says like, so you got a lot of attention from a lot of people, and it is becoming evident that you all are pretty important to the big guy.
There's a big guy. What, Jade, who is this guy?
I don't fucking know.
I'm Arky? Arky? Tatanamaki? You don't...
Cool.
Does anyone... Oh my god. Okay.
Am I supposed to know you?
I am a messenger goddess. You know Iris? I'm Iris's twin sister.
I've paid my taxes.
No, not the Iris. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I hate you. I hate you.
This is me, Ibrahim. I'm going to kill you. That's unacceptable. It's a long story, but I'm on kind of a work release program. Okay? And Zeus sent me to assess whether or not you fit the bill for a prophecy.
Lilith, that's your thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So
I think I've been like sitting here as a bird for a lot of this, and then finally like shifted out of it.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, can you not do that?
No.
It's cheaper than getting a car.
I can do that. I just don't do it in public.
Yeah, it's an alley. We're close enough to one. I think I might have just gotten there a little late.
Hmm.
I think like you might have just seen like a bird kind of watching y'all, swoop away for a second, and then just I walk in.
Child of Death, welcome.
Hi.
Yeah, this is your thing. So, I don't know if you want to deal with it. Take the lead. This is a Greek thing.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't have to take the lead on it. I might have the most institutional knowledge.
Well, it's actually not a Greek thing.
Cool.
It's sort of an all thing. But I'm here on behalf of Zeus.
That's the guy who fucked a swan, right?
Among other things. If we talk about all the things that... And then she sort of like catches herself. Best not to say such things. I unfortunately do believe that you all fit the bill for this prophecy. So I am to instruct you to go to the Athenaeum Suite Hotel and meet with the man himself.
Athenium?
The Athenaeum Suite Hotel is a hotel in Detroit. It is. I'll put a picture in the chat. It's the sort of. It's in Greektown. So there's a neighborhood in Detroit called Greektown.
Okay. I can drive us there, if anything. So you don't have to shift into a bird. You both don't shift it.
That's kind
Is
of
that
nice.
just a Is that just a regular thing that everyone can do? Can everyone turn into birds? And I just like.
Oh, I don't turn into birds. I turn into foxes.
I just think it's kind of freeing to fly, but I mean, we can ride with you though.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm not gonna force you to.
No, I wanna ride with you.
Yeah.
Like being a fox is cool and all, but like I don't want them to call animal control when they see me. So
Do they do that often?
sometimes depends where I'm at. If I'm at a park, they usually leave me alone, you know. But like, I've been caught a couple times before. Some people think I'm just like a fucking dog, so like sometimes it's a whole other thing. Yeah.
All right. Well, if we can all, I don't know, goddess, whatever, goddess Ryu, if you want to like jump into the back of my car, like, is it not spelled RUI like Street Fighter?
Wait, what? Her name is Arky.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening.
Oh my God, that was in character. Okay, I'm sorry. My
The
name
dog
is,
says.
my name is Arky. Sure, I'll come with you. I don't care.
Can you teleport or something?
She sort of like rubs at her back a little bit. No, and I can't really get there myself as easily anymore.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's kind of like a two-seater, and someone can sit in like the back, but it's kind of cramped. And I don't know if you have like gas money.
All right. Well, if it's a two-seater, I didn't.
Well, no, it's like a two-seater. It's a decent like I have to like put the seat back, and then someone has to like come in. And then, like, go
I
squeeze
can
in the
turn
back.
in. I can just get smaller. Don't worry.
Yeah. Like
Just as long as someone's okay with me sitting on their lap, I'll be real small.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. We
So
can do that.
I think I mean, it seems like Arky has a full seat, and I mean, once again, I can follow behind if it is like if space is an issue. I do not.
No,
wanna be
space
above
isn't
it.
an issue. Like we can all just like fit into the car. There, like I said, there's
Okay.
a back seat. And I just have to like
Can
push
I-
the seat up and you get in there.
Point of order: is this not your ambulance?
I'm off duty.
Oh,
I don't wanna
okay.
be driving around in an ambulance.
That's fair. That's fair. You don't get
I mean,
to take
it's
it
a great
home.
way of getting around town.
Yeah.
I'll turn that shit on real quick.
Oh yeah, just turn on the siren every time.
But so yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if how the goddess is feeling about that. I don't know if you want to like. I don't know if you have gas money either.
It's
I
I can cover gas money for
we're
Archie.
going a couple of blocks. Do we really need to?
I don't know if I'll ever see you again.
You miserly mortal. Pulls out like a
Marco's
drachma, puts
fucking.
it on the table. This is what I have. Take it.
This is a Denny's gift card.
Marcos is the type of person to like after the hangout, and Marcos is like, "No, I got you," to send you a Venmo request. Fuck you.
You've made
I want to
them.
be. I want to make clear. I hate that shit. I absolutely
yeah.
despise that shit.
I'm controlling the narrative here. I'm cutting that bit out. No.
You should. You really should. A Denny's gift card. Oh
You
my
pile into the coop with, I guess, Jade in a fox form on someone's lap.
yeah. Like I get in the car like normal, and kind of once I pass that threshold, Fox.
Nice.
It's a seamless transition. Yeah, just like
Yes.
somebody's gonna have to like maybe I throw my backpack in first and then I go in and do it because
Yes.
I don't think my stuff goes with me, but my clothes do. Corsac fox, so I'm
Okay.
like really fucking tiny. I have a really nice like fluffy coat. It's like that whitish, grayish, brownish type of hue where it just kind
Yeah.
of goes real nicely. I might have patches of like really thin patches of like red on me as well, but
Beautiful.
that's just like how they are. But I am considerably small. Like the Corsac fox is very small, so we are
Very small.
itty bitty. Yeah.
You all sort of pile into the car. Arky with, I guess Arky ends up with a fox in her lap that she kind of pets idly. And you head over to the Athenium. The Athenium is this luxurious, elegant hotel. It offers like this. It's the interior, or the exterior of the hotel looks relatively normal, where it just kind of looks like a kind of rectangular slab of a building. But as soon as you step into the front door, you are met with these marble columns, these statues and frescoes depicting the Greek gods. You see a statue of Poseidon holding a trident and pointing at his brother Zeus, who was on the other side, with a large, like, lightning bolt held in his hand overhead. The floor is glittering marble, and you see like a couple of fountains scattered throughout this lobby area with cherubs and various minor gods and goddesses decorating them. You feel a little out of place. You definitely seem to be not attracting too much attention, but there's like that sort of like disapproving look that you're getting from the doorman and then from the concierge.
Should we like make up a story or something? Or
Yeah, I think I kind of gestured to Archie. Do you have like, is there a reservation or a room we go to? You seem to know the most about this.
We're meeting the current manager. She sort of strides up to the concierge and says, "Get me your manager." Excuse me, ma'am. We are currently the manager is currently otherwise engaged, but I'd be happy to help get me your manager.
oh no, she's a Karen.
And at that, you see the person sort of stiffen and then turn and begin to walk towards the back of house. And before long, you are greeted by another gentleman. The person who comes out to greet you, the apparent manager, is he's sort of he's this wiry, relatively young-looking man, heavily tanned, curly brown hair falling down to his shoulders, wearing this green polo shirt with the hotel logo on the breast, khakis, and a little man purse, a little merce on one side. And he sort of comes out, sees Arky, and then looks at the three of you like, oh, well, hey, it's good to see you all. You are here to see Mr. Z, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. My name is Triptolemus. You can call me Trip. If there's anything that you need, anything I can help you with, I'd be happy to do so. Here's your key card here. Slides you a golden glittering key card with an omega symbol on it. This will open the hall that you need to get to. If you've got any, since you're going to go talk to him anyways, if you wanted to mention, how much I helped you out and anything like that, that would be really, really, really righteous of you. So if you could, again, my name is Trip. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be sure to leave a 5-star review.
Yeah, for sure.
Aw, tight. Thanks. Trip sort of like just gives you like another big grin as he's like watches you off, sees you off. Sometimes English escapes me. Triptolemus sort of like points you towards the Ilian suite that you see with this like huge lettering above it that's glowing gold. Reads Ilian. And you see a little key card holder.
Which one of us has the key card? I'm curious.
Who grabbed
I'm curious on who wants to do the swipe.
I think you should. I mean, this is your.
Fine, I'll do it.
This is your big thing.
By the way,
This
this
is
whole
your
time,
Pantheon.
this whole time, I've been leaning to each of you individually and like whisper, mumbling, like this is kind of like John Wick.
I haven't seen those movies. What is it about?
You haven't seen?
I know Rina
John Wick.
Samiyama's in it.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, so like think like international assassins, but they dress up like really fancy.
I'm gonna cut you there.
While that's going, I think you just like. I do the very human thing if I swipe twice because like the first one I'm like I don't know if it's good. Swipe a second time and then like do a shave and a haircut, like knock on the door, and I just like poke my head in just a little bit to make sure we're not interrupting Zeus doing Zeus things.
Zeus doing like Zeus having sex?
Potentially, look, it could be anything.
Okay.
He's a freak.
Yeah.
It's in a hotel room. Wait, doing numbers.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Yes. It's always a risk of seeing Zeus have sex.
It's never not zero.
The LeBron James of infidelity.
He's making a demigod right now.
The moment you three demigods enter the room, the first thing that hits you is a smell. A sharp, acrid smell of ozone. The second thing that hits you is the electricity in the air itself. You feel the hairs on your body stand on end. You feel this crackle of energy filling the room as you look across a table into the brilliant electric blue eyes of Zeus. Zeus sits before you in a room that wavers between a hotel conference room and a strange open amphitheater. A laptop in front of him flickers for a moment into a lit brazier with a technicolor, shimmering, roaring blaze lighting up his face, creating these deep, ancient shadows as he furrows his brow at the three of you. And that is where we end our session today. We'll see you next time on another episode of the Shears of Fate.